What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Chris Isaak, and we're returning to the Wicked Game compilation, 1991. Thank you again to Michaela for sending me the CD, and I'm happy we can finally go through it. And the next track is Blue Spanish Sky, which certainly gives me an image, and maybe I hear a Spanish guitar somewhere in this. Of course, there's no necessary reason that would be the case, but his music has a lot of prominent guitar work, as I learned going through Forever Blue. So even though that album is ahead of this in time, I would not be surprised if, given the Spanish label for the song, that we might hear some Spanish-style guitar. In any case, it gives me a visual, a vista of a Spanish sky, and I do wonder in what context a narrative might take place below that sky. Given his subject matter as I've heard it thus far, I wouldn't be surprised that there's a relationship, or maybe a former relationship now in a difficult place, or the narrator with emotional pain as he looks at and ponders that blue Spanish sky. But yes, let's give it a listen. This is Chris Isaak. The track is Blue Spanish Sky, and it's from his Wicked Game compilation, 1991.
Big blue Spanish sky. Lay on my back and watch clouds roll by. I've got the time to wonder why she left me. It's a slow, sad Spanish song. I knew the words, but I sang them wrong. The one I love is left and gone without me. Now she's gone. How the world has changed. Watching a blue sky begin to rain. Slow, sad Spanish song. I knew the words, but I sang them wrong. The one that I loved is left and gone without me. It's a big blue Spanish sky. I lay on my back and watch clouds roll by. I only wish I could make you cry like I do. Like I do. Like I do.
Take a bow, Mr. Isaac. It's such an evocative sound is his voice, and his music really sets the scene, has a lot of atmosphere, and seemingly most of it is heartbroken and emotionally pained, though often with an intriguing angle on that feeling. And in this case, there definitely was one that I noticed in the latter stages of the tune. But first of all, it feels like we are in a rural setting in Spain, looking up at this big Spanish sky, and maybe, the woman that has left him behind as he looks up at the sky and these passing clouds and is crying. Maybe she's from Spain and he went there to be with her, and now that she's gone, all he has left is this landscape. And even more metaphorically or figuratively, it feels like we're in this big empty expanse, like this desert of his emotions. And I really enjoy his vocal performance. It is very soft and whispered for most of the track, like he can barely build up the strength to articulate his emotional bankruptcy, if you will. But as it goes along, he taps into those feelings and the pain that he has, and it gets a bit more expressive and flourishing. And by the end, he really does go into the heights, and he does that layered crescendo where it goes up a bit and then up a bit more, and then he's up in there in the falsetto range, which he has a very distinct voice at that particular altitude. And then the idea that he's lying there watching these passing clouds in this big blue Spanish sky, and he's saying he just wishes he could make her cry the way he is. So I don't know if you'd call that spiteful, but it feels like he's upset that she's probably completely over it, moved on, maybe having fun with someone else, at the very least not worried about what he's doing and how he's feeling. And there's a bit of resentment, it feels like. He feels like it would only be fair if she had tears streaking down her face too. So it's this nuanced position of being heartbroken, but also having a bit of bitterness at the likely reality that not only did she move on from him, but her emotions went with her. So yeah, I enjoy the emotional and visual scene setting. I enjoy, of course, that Spanish guitar, which very much was maybe the main theme of the track, or main sonic ingredient of the track, but played in some different ways, sort of lyrically and, string by string, but then there's some other flourishes where he's strumming them all at the same time, and it has this richer sound. Then we get some Spanish brass, which was very nice as well, and was a nice combination with his vocal stylings. So definitely there's a sonic atmosphere that is a Spanish setting, and given the lyrics and the visuals that they speak to, I really felt immersed in the world of Chris and his emotional hurt here. So yeah, a really cool tune. I feel like he is, at least, there's other groups that I listen to where a lot of songs are about being brokenhearted and, the complicated processing of those types of emotions, but I feel like Chris is maybe the king of the brokenhearted song, and ultimately I've only heard a small percentage of his catalog, but that seems to already be true despite me only having gone through an album and a little bit of a compilation from before that. So yeah, it seems like that is his wheelhouse thematically. Once again, big thank you to Michaela for sending multiple Chris Isaak material, and I'm looking forward to... What is it? Oh, okay, so yes, ultimately, as I said, this is 1991, so there's no worry of having already reacted to any of these tunes. There was just a moment where I was like, wait, haven't I reacted to that? But I think it's just a similarly named song, and I'm looking forward to Blue Hotel, which again suggests the emotional color of the track. But yes, Heart-Shaped World, Heart Full of Soul, Funeral in the Rain. I mean, these really are giving me a sense that, this is the emotional side of the street that he works. So I'm looking forward to it all. Let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you for the next one. Peace.